Compulsion is the physical, and obsession is the mental. Once we start, we can't stop. But then we also got to realize there's a threefold. And the third fold is spiritual, which is total self-centeredness. But the emotional part is our self-obsessed with everything. Once we start something, we can't stop. Until we find the solution and find out what we suffer with so we can get a treatment.
Right.
Because if you don't know what you got, you can't get treated for it.
Right.
But now that you know what we suffer from, we can get treatment. And it is through literature. It's what you feed your brain.
Exactly.
Before we fed our brain bad information. Today we fill in our brain with positive information. And the literature we have asks us to please read it. It has manners. Anytime somebody treats you with manners, you want to pay attention to it. If somebody say, get out of my way, you'll look at them and stare. But if somebody say, please excuse me, you'll move out their way. And our literature say, please read us. And by us reading the literature, we completely change our way of thinking. And that way, it helps with the obsession and compulsion will never leave us. But now that we know better, we do better. It'll always come back to us because it's doing its job, but our job is not to let it control us no more. So we surrender to something. People used to tell us to surrender mean a punk, but surrender mean to win. How many wars have been fought and somebody surrendered? And it was a winner, and it was a loser. The loser was really the ones who thought they won. And the one who surrendered won, because the people that destroyed their property had to help them rebuild their property. And by them surrendering, that's what us. Our body was destroyed. Now that we allowed our obsession and compulsion not to control us no more, our body is being rebuilt. And it's just like an old song, an old story about the $6 million man. He had an accident. They found him. His arm was destroyed. They bringing us, we rebuilt him. His mind was destroyed. Bringing us, they rebuilt him. His legs were destroyed. Bringing us, we rebuilt him. They gave him legs so he can go faster. They gave him robotic arms so he can lift more weights. And they helped him with his mind so he can do better things, not living in that old lie, but getting a better perspective on life. And that's what obsession and compulsion is in all of us. Because until we treat what we got, we'll always stay the same. We'll never grow up. We always want to be self-centered, want what we want when we want it. And today we're getting better with what we want. What we want is what we want for somebody else. If I can get it, don't try to take it from me. Ask me how I got it so I can show you how I got it. Sometimes I had to save money. Sometimes I had to get stuff on credit. Sometimes I had to put stuff on a layaway plan. But by paying a layaway plan, eventually I was able to pay the right amount and able to get it out. And somebody wanted to take it from me. I don't have to fight for it. I let them have it. And I call the police because I know there's only under obsession and compulsion. So until they ask for help, I got to lead them where they can get help. And that's the key of obsession and compulsion.